Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. In the last part, we reached the good ending of the game, but we're still only at 101% out of a possible 112, so there's a bit of clean-up left to do. Leftover things in the world. And no real fixed order for how I should do them. We can talk to Hornet, though. No, it's just the same dialogue as before, because the world has been reset to before we fought the Radiants. You can't explore the world afterwards. I mean, obviously that wouldn't make sense since we died in that ending. That does remind me that there should be a journal entry. There's the Aluba. But I think there's one for the Radiants. The Hollow Knight, fully grown vessel carrying the plague's heart within its body. The old king of Hallownest, he must have been desperate to save his crumbling little world. The sacrifices he imposed on others, all for nothing. And the Radiance. The light forgotten. The plague, the infection, the madness that haunts the corpses of Hallownest. The light that screams out from the eyes of this dead kingdom. What is the source? I suppose mere mortals like myself will never understand. By the way, it says encountered 150 out of 158, so there's 8 creatures or bosses left that we've never even seen. Interesting that I was able to skip past these without removing the blue dot that marks it as a new entry. So, okay, and now opening the journal takes me to Traitor Lord for some reason. There's 3 mask shards left to get. Since we haven't found any of those 3 out in the world, I'm beginning to think that it's just the ones left at Sly's shop. And in terms of other things that are still left to do, there's the Colosseum, there's the secret part of White Palace. There's a couple more optional bosses. Of all those things, I think I'll do the Colosseum first. One reason for trying this right now is I've got 3,000 Geo because of getting a bit more from the hoppers en route to Markov. So it takes 800 to open this one up. And I've got enough left over for a nail upgrade if I need one. I'll first try doing it without, because it will make things a bit cleaner in terms of buying everything. But I think I do have to spend quite a bit at Sly still after this. So the third and final trial only gives Geo and the glory of being a fool. But it is worth 1% completion, so we gotta do it. Also, there are some unique monsters in this fight, so it will add to the Hunter's Journal. I forgot to check my charms before doing this. I'm sure I've got good ones. Ooh, nice parry of the shuriken. Whoops, not so nice. Also completed a journal entry for that one. Oops. Well, that's one way to deal with them. Oh, I forgot this part. Bellflies drop down on the enemies, so they die automatically. So we've got Great Loodles, or Death Loodles, I think. They're not so bad. Gets a bit chaotic when there's more of them. And got a bit lucky with that jump stopping just short of me. I show no mercy to primal asphids. Oh, this is silly. There, he poked out just enough. And even sillier, Garpedes. Just wait here for that one to go by and then jump down to the slot below. Oops. Trying to show off with a bit of pogoing, didn't work out so well. Ooh. Yeah, I really got to start being a bit more careful here. When it's down to one, it's easier to sneak in heals. Oh, we both got each other there. And leaving the shielded guys alive is a very useful tactic for getting back health at the end of a wave. Not even too difficult to dream nail them. Those guys are also pretty good for healing, but I messed it up. Now. These are annoying. Oh. But they're followed by a wave of follies or mistakes. I can never remember which is which of those two. So, Soul Warrior, the mini-boss from the Soul Sanctum. It's the upgraded version who spawns one of the two enemies. And this guy is a lightning trail, a bit like the boss Umu from much, much earlier. Nail arts are pretty good against these guys, although less effective than they could be because I haven't upgraded my nail all that much. Ah! Then I forgot that there was another Soul Warrior immediately after that, and these guys do not really give you time to heal. But we get a bit of respite with these easier enemies straight after that. Lesser Morlocks are very annoying, so a dive is a good way to deal with them. And the return of Brooding Morlock. Still just about as easy to deal with as ever. And this is a very silly section. We've got a vertical Garpede, but the thing opens up just in time. Good idea to get some Dream Nails in. Okay, hard part. Ouch! It's nice to heal during this bit, but it's just so chaotic that it's very hard to hit the silly things. That's decent, I guess. Okay, back to full. I feel okay about my chances now. And the game is nice and gives us some of these shielded fools for breathers in between the tough waves. Oh! Didn't see you there at all. I think this might be the last normal enemy wave. If it is, I've got to be extra careful to finish at full health. Okay. Boss incoming. Hello, God Tamer. So... Okay. I didn't quite do the best job of demonstrating that fight, but the tricks are that when it does the wheel attack that rolls up the side and comes back down, it targets your position, so you can move a bit to the side and get in some retaliation. And when it does the spitting in an arc thing, the trick there is that if you move slightly towards it, it's counterintuitive, but that actually does help to get yourself into a gap or to see where the gaps are more easily. So we get 3,000 Geo as the reward for that, which is good. I mean, the second trial only gave 2,000, but the second trial is better for grinding money because you can get in more trials more easily. Anyway, Colosseum is done. Interestingly enough, although we met Zote in the first round of the Colosseum, we never actually fought Tiso in there. He showed up outside saying he'd give us a good fight, and that's that. Oh dear. There's something I was hoping to find, but I don't know exact... There we go. Looks like Tiso didn't make it. Before I forget, there is one other thing to show off here. So if we go up here, you can see into the Colosseum from the back. Can't actually go in this way, but obviously the fights are still going on even when we're not involved. There's two secrets. The lower one is just a little hot spring with a bathing guy. Why does it disturb me? But this leads to a mini area at the back of the Colosseum. Soul Totem. can get up there by pogoing on that. You do only get one chance because it breaks. There's a Geo Rock, which is helpful to know for randomizer. He's a bit loud. If we continue this way... Oh, yes. I forgot this was here. Second last King's Idol, and I do know where the last one is, so we are going to get all of them. Won't get all the other relics, though. I don't know which ones I've missed. So, she keeps disappearing and we have to chase her to fight. Very silly and strange fight. If you keep going round... we get a simple key. Now, I did already have one, so we've got two now. And that was... so here are the new Colosseum enemies. Deathloodle, Vault Twister, there's our friend God Tamer, and that creature was the Pale Lurker, forgotten champion of the Colosseum, drawn away by strange obsessions. This odd creature is unaffected by and unaware of the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is all its own. So that's half of our remaining enemies. There are 4 left. All of that took less time than I thought, so... I know what I'm going to show next. It might be faster to take the elevator. I don't know, going that way gets to King's Station almost immediately. Yeah, that was probably faster. This puts us just below the resting grounds where we can get to a stag station, but we have to climb up to it a bit. Not a big deal either way. So Queen's Station is obviously an area we encountered and passed through much earlier in the game. Ooh, did I remember to come back for this? It's not here, so I obviously did. Oh well. So we could have been using this service from very early on, and I have never bothered to do so. Millibell the Banker will store some of your Geo if you want to take less risk of losing it on death. It does cost 100 to open an account, but no problem doing that now. You're a smart one. Next time some dreadful beastie gets the best of you, you'll be glad to know your Geo's safe within my shell, my vault. Now let's do some banking. I'm going to go all the way up to the maximum, which is 4,500. If we dream nail her... when next to return to that delightful spa? The waters so ease the tension in my shell. Of course, normally the first time you come through here you won't have the dream nail yet, so it's easy to miss that clue. But she didn't sound like she was being entirely honest, did she? So if you come back after depositing more than 2,500, she's just gone. But we have a clue as to where she might have gone. A certain spa that she spoke of. There are several hot springs in the game world, but it's possible to make a pretty shrewd guess as to which one she might have gone to. If you've explored the world enough to have found it. Is it this? No, this is the Gorgeous Husk. I have done the Gorgeous Husk, haven't I? Yes. Here we go, even with a sign outside it. Of course, we could also take the other way in from the Colosseum. There you are, and she doesn't look happy to see us. I'm sure I remembered there being some dialogue at this part, but you can just hit her, and she drops Geo. And because I've got... So there's a limit to the amount of Geo that can be on the screen at once, but we're not going to hit that limit because I've got Gathering Swarm, so we can just keep on hitting her. Oh yeah, I must have had Gathering Swarm on through the Colosseum fight as well. That could have been replaced with something more useful. So, as you can see from the running total, we've got back 3,500. We're almost there. No, you can actually get back more than you put into her. This is one of the little secrets in the game for making money. You can only do this once, of course, but you can make a couple of thousand Geo extra, and that's really handy at this stage when there's pretty much nothing left for us to do, but we still have things to buy. That's why I'm showing this off right now. Yep, 2,000 extra. Ah, she's out. And we can just keep kicking her about for good measure. Will she talk to us now? No. Well, you can go and say hello to Marissa. I think that's her name. There we go. Company for the two of you. Yeah, I definitely got that one. I'm looking every place where I know there was a relic now. Because I would like to finish with a complete collection, but I know it's not going to happen. So last thing before I finish this episode, let's go back and see what is still to buy from Sly. Yep, he does have the other mask shards. You're collecting these, aren't you? Well, you're in luck. I found another in my storeroom. This is the last one, though, so it's priced accordingly. Oh, as it turns out, I do actually have one more of these shards left. Very last one. I feel bad charging you so much for the previous shards, especially because it means I have to charge even more for this one. And there we are. 9 masks, that's the limit. Except for extra masks from Charms. He also has the remaining vessel fragment. Just one or any more? Well, we need 3. No, he does not have the last vessel fragment. I've missed one. I will have to give that a think over and try and think about where that might be. And sure, let's buy the rancid egg just to finish things off. How many of those do I have, I wonder? Ach. I found 18 rancid eggs. There are 20. So again, I missed a couple. Yeah. I'll have to think about which vessel fragment I might have missed, but that's a good place to end things for now, so thank you for watching and see you next time.